Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Tech News this week. Now, something in the news has been the telecom industry. It's been in the doldrums. Vodafone Idea has been having problems in terms of payments and trying to stay afloat. And it's not been that great for Airtel and Jio also in terms of ARPU and cash flow. So now the government has given a huge shot in the arm to the telecom industry with its latest rounds of reforms. The biggest thing is now there is a 4-year moratorium on non-core and non-core revenue has been removed from AGR, which is the adjusted gross revenue. This is something which the telcos have been asking for ages, and a host of issues have been solved out. A lot of these issues in any case had been caught in litigation. The telcos had taken the government to court. One of them was retrospective tax dues, which will be reduced. Foreign investment has been made much easier, and instead of compounding interest on spectrum dues on a monthly basis, the government will do so annually. As part of its official statement, the government said that this move is expected to boost 4G proliferation, infuse liquidity, and create an enabling environment for investment in 5G networks. Another interesting thing is that carriers can also move to fully digital records. It is estimated that they already have billions, yeah, you heard that right, billions of paper customer acquisition forms. So we always used to talk of a paperless world, but always a paper copy had been kept till the last few years. But now that is slowly changing. We are getting into a mode of just having digital copies and not paper ones. So stock prices of telcos have been rising in anticipation for quite some time over this relief package. So at least that's one big thing out of the way. So obviously, the road is still long for Vodafone Idea. They still have a lot of issues to sort out. And there was also the talk of government picking up stake where absolutely nothing has been done. But now Airtel, especially, I mean, 5G is relatively a new player. Airtel has been around for long, so probably all these reforms will help Airtel more than Jio. But one must think that the government would have done this because the 5G spectrums will come, and they hope for good bids. So is the age of 5G finally upon us? I mean, for years we have been like hearing 5G, 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 but one hopes that the decks have been cleared for 5G to come. Now, as India and US are making great strides and doing well in terms of growth and in terms of pushing their technologies, China curiously has suddenly gone in the reverse direction. It has started a crackdown on big tech. Now, it is not just one thing. It is on a host of issues. Now, if you remember, it started with the high profile fintech ant IPO last year. It was in the range of $35 billion, the largest, and they just shut it down. The e-commerce site Alibaba, which backs it, the founder Jack Ma was summoned and rebuked by the Chinese government. Then you have a vehicle for hire company called Didi Chuxing, that is even larger than Uber. Even that was fined and investigated after it wanted to file an IPO in the US. So that's the latest. Once upon a time, the Chinese government would encourage Chinese tech companies to go in for an IPO in the US. Now, if you do that, you will be under investigation. And Didi also found itself removed from app stores over privacy issues. An online discount company, Pinduoduo chief Colin Zheng Huang and ByteDance founder Zhang Yiming have also stepped down under slightly mysterious circumstances. And there has been a crackdown on edtech. Education companies have been facing the heat, and it's just an ongoing process. This week, in the latest process, Alibaba, Tencent, and other big tech companies were summoned and asked to stop blocking links of rivals or else face the consequences. Now, this sounds like a noble thing that you should, encourage links of your rivals, but this is just part of a sweeping draconian crackdown on big tech. This may not end the way the Chinese government wants it. I mean, they adopted capitalism, they adopt growth. It's not like a tap. You can just put it on and you can put it off. So if you put it off and then try putting it on again, you may find it's permanently off. So whatever the Chinese government is thinking, This could severely dent the tech industry in the country in the years to come. There have been a lot of announcement about launches. One was, of course, the major one was the Apple special event, where they announced the iPhone 13 Pro and the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Then they ordered the Apple Watch Series 7, which analysts have called a larger and rugged series of the watch, and a redesigned iPad and iPad Mini. The iPhone 13 and iPhone Mini have a slimmed down notch. So that is also supposed to be convenient and a better design feature. However, the stock market didn't seem very impressed, and stock prices actually went down during the day. The reason for that is one trade analyst said there were no revolutionary announcements. Now, while the beta version came earlier this year, Android 12 launch is expected on October 4. A day later, on October 5, Microsoft Office 2021 will be available. And the Google Reliance tie-up JioPhone is expected around the time of Diwali in November. This also we have been hearing for quite some time now. In startup news, Decacon Byju's has spent $200 million in taking over Tinker, which is a coding platform. This is a US based company, and Byju has been aggressive on the US front, looking at acquiring companies there, and it aims to go big in the US. And it still continues raining unicorns as skill startup Apna has become a unicorn in 22 months flat. So that is at the pace which unicorns are being created in India. Freshworks is targeting a 9 billion US IPO. So if they exceed their target of 9 billion and go up to 10 billion, they'll also become a decacorn. Now, you may remember that last year, Reliance Industries became the first company to touch a market cap of $150 billion. Of course, we are way behind the American companies, which first touched 1 trillion market cap and then 2 trillion. But still, some time back, it was nice to touch the market cap of $100 billion. We are getting there. So now TCS has become the first Indian company to touch a market cap of $200 billion. So let's see how far this goes. Finally, something on the personal front. CIOL has completed 25 years, and we were launched in 1996. So CIOL.com at that time was the first tech news site, and in fact, it was one of the very first Indian news sites in the internet age. And it's good for the kudos to the team down the ages, because not many dot coms which were launched in 1996 websites are still around. Meanwhile, PC Quest, which was India's first technology magazine, has also entered its 35th year. We are coming out with a series of specials, and also we're coming out with health tech initiatives, so you can check them out. Just check out the PC Quest and CIOL social media handles to know more and to get involved. And also, we welcome our readers to share their memories about these two brands with us. I mean, it's been a 25 and 35-year-old journey. So if you would, take a trip down memory lane and send us your reminiscences and experiences as a reader down the ages, then it would be great for us. So on that note, I would like to end Tech News this week, and everybody have a great weekend. Bye.